Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. To be saved, we must believe that Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect life, shed his blood on a cross for our sins, was buried in the tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We must repent and be born again, and we are saved by grace through faith in Christ alone, by no other name, and not of ourselves, is the gift of God. Amen. Hey guys. Um, This could be the latest I've ever gone live or the earliest. It is 3:48 a.m. here in Florida. Don't worry, I'm going to bed right after this. Long story short, we did a video earlier today about Trump and all his connections to the number 666. Well, I just found a few more and I couldn't wait. I just had to get it out of my system. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and get started. This should be a quick live. Do me a favor, guys. Hey, Betty. Yeah, only 12:49 in California, right? Do me a favor when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm, helps more people find the video, and also please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. So most of this video is actually not even my information. This guy I keep talking about on X, 777 is 666. Most of this information is from him, but I found something new that he didn't find. At least I don't think he found this yet. I actually need to let him know and make sure he doesn't have this part. But anyways, let's get started. And I can't believe I'm live at this time. But anyways, it's hard for me to sleep when I have things hanging over my head. So by getting this out of my system, maybe I'll get a good night's sleep. So anyways, here we go. All right, guys, give me a second to get all set up, and we'll get started. Hey, Drew. Hey, Real in Real 7777 in New Zealand, 8:49. All right. All right, guys, we're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. So most of this is actually not even gematria, it's date duration. So let me grab my pointer here. So shout out again to 777 is 666 on X or Twitter. All right. He said there was Trump Rosie O'Donnell news 6666 days after the day the Trump versus Rosie feud started on December 20th, 2006, when Trump was 60 years, 6 months, 6 days old, and Trump was inaugurated 6606 days later. But there's even more than that, if you can believe it. So let's start with the first part, okay? So the feud, all right, look at all these sixes. You're not going to believe this. This is why I had to go live, all right? So the feud, the public feud between Donald Trump and Rosie O'Donnell escalated on December 20th, 2006, when O'Donnell criticized Trump on The View regarding his view, or regarding, see, it's late, when O'Donnell criticized Trump on The View regarding his decision to let Miss USA Tara Conner keep her crown after drug and alcohol accusations. O'Donnell called Trump a snake oil salesman and brought up his personal life. Okay. So the feud started December 20th, 2006. Okay. So it says here on March 20th, O'Donnell posted a video on her TikTok page describing how she felt better after leaving the U.S. So she made the post on March 20th, but it was also in the news on March 21st, 2025. So she made the post on March 20th, And it was also in the news March 21st, okay? Which is also her birthday, March 21st. So either way you look at it, March 20th or March 21st, right? One including the end date. So there was Rosie O'Donnell, Donald Trump news, 6,666 days after the feud began, right? Okay. And when the feud began, Donald Trump was 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. Okay? And then if you go forward 6,606 days from when the feud began, you land on Trump's inauguration that he just had, right? Then we have this. Okay? U.S. will be lost if Trump isn't stopped, comedian Rosie O'Donnell says. That was in the news 666 weeks and 6 days after Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. And now here's what I found. I said to myself, I wonder if you take Rosie O'Donnell's birthday and you go back 666 weeks, right? I wasn't only looking for the 666 weeks, I was looking for any kind of combination of sixes. But anyways, guys, I found this part, okay? So credit to the other guy. Well, credit to God ultimately, but I did credit to God ultimately, but credit to 777 to 666 on X for everything else. But I did find this part, okay? If you take her birthday, March 21st, 1962, if you go back 666 weeks, you land on Trump's birthday. Not the actual day he was born, right? But June 14th, that's his birthday, right? So how crazy is that? Look how many connections are here on this one story. And there's probably more. We got the 4 sixes, that's 1. Here's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect, right? 6. Look at all that. I mean, is that not mind-blowing? How is that a coincidence? So anyways, we'll come back to that later for anyone who came in late. Now, he also pointed this out. Rosie O'Donnell was also in the news 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days after she was born. We have this story. Rosie O'Donnell says daughter told her growing up with, I'll just spell it, LESBIAN icon, mom wasn't exactly normal. All right. But yeah, she was in the news for that. September 26, 2022, 60 years, 6 months, 6 days after her birth. Now, I got to be careful what I say here. This is also from the same person on X, okay? Trump's first inauguration was 6,666 weeks and 0 days after the bad man with the mustache was born. I can't say much more than that. You think in history, people with a mustache that were bad men, connection to World War II. You guys know who I'm talking about? His last name starts with an H. You know who I'm talking about, right? Everybody in the chat, nod your head. Give me a thumbs up if you know who I'm talking about. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Google famous people born April 20th, 1889. Okay? All right. But, I mean, how crazy is that? Yeah, you got it. Right? His inauguration was 6,666 weeks after that guy was born. And I didn't have this information earlier. I mean, I knew this part, but I wasn't going to talk about it, but I figured I think I can be careful and talk about it. But I went live for like 2 hours earlier, and we went through all these 666 connections with Trump. And I didn't talk about these two. All right? So here's something we did talk about earlier. Trump's grandmother, if you missed it, Elizabeth Christ Trump. She died on 6/6/66. And there are two spellings of Elizabeth, right? I believe she was born with the S, but this is her grave. See how her grave has the Z? Elizabeth with the Z. And look, Elizabeth Trump with the Z, like it is on her grave, is 666. And she died in New York, which is 666. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, Elizabeth Christ Trump died 6/6/66. Elizabeth Trump equals 666. She died in New York, 666. And her middle name is Christ. Now this I also, this part I found, but shout out to this guy, Revival of Wisdom, on Facebook. He pointed this out. Trump just met with the Prime Minister of Japan, and notice the Masonic arch, the pillars, right? So you got the arch with the pillars, and then you got the black and white checkerboard floor, all right there, all connected to masonry, right? And the Prime Minister, her birthday is March 7th, and they met on October 28th. So that's 33 weeks from her birthday. Not exactly 33 weeks, but still 33 weeks. Of course, masonry equals 33, the highest degree of the Scottish Rite, the 33rd degree. But even without the 33, it's all there. The arch, the pillars, and the black and white checkerboard floor. And believe it or not, that's pretty much it. I want to go through some of these I forgot to go over earlier. Warning, time is running out. Don't be left behind. And real quick, not going to go through all the verses. I went through them earlier. But there is a rapture, right? Some people, the timing's debated. Some people think pre-tribulation, mid-tribulation, or after the tribulation. And there's arguments for all of it. But anyways, let me just give you a couple of scriptures. 1 Thessalonians 4:16-17. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. 1 Thessalonians 5:9. For God hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Jesus Christ. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. 1 Corinthians 15:51-52. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall all be changed. And Matthew 24:40. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. All right. So yes, time is running out. Don't be left behind. The end of the age is fast approaching. Never in human history have end time events converged at this speed. Deep inside, you know there is a God. You will answer to him one day. Don't harden your heart to Jesus and ignore his warnings about hell. The devil is a liar. They heard the warning and didn't believe and perished. Jesus is the ark of salvation. You do not have to make the same mistake. John 3:16, 1 Corinthians 15:3-4. The wrath of God is coming for a rebellious, unrepentant world. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. All right, so that's pretty much that. Oh, also, the guy with the mustache, right? Not only do we have the 6/6/6/6 weeks, right? But it's also 4/6/6/6/2 days from his birth to Trump's inauguration. So you do have 6/6/6 in the middle there, also on the days. So isn't that interesting? Hey, Cable X, we were talking about your discovery the other day. What was it? Digital ID announced 6,666 days after Tony Blair's last day in office, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, if you're coming in late, guys, the key points here: the bad man with the mustache, born 6,666 weeks before Trump's inauguration, and then this crazy stuff with Rosie O'Donnell. And I'm going to spend maybe 5 minutes just making sure there's nothing else here. But yeah, long story short, the feud began December 20th, 2006, and Rosie and Trump were in the news 6,666 days later, right? And the feud began 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days after Trump was born. And then Trump's second inauguration was 6,606 days after the feud began. And then Rosie and Trump were in the news again 666 weeks and 6 days after Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. And then I found this part. If you take Rosie O'Donnell's birthday and you go back 666 weeks, you land on Trump's birthday, right? So like here, March 21st, 2025, let's see. It should still be the same, right? March, wow, it's 4 o'clock here now. March 21st, 2025, right? Let's go back. Let's put in Trump's birthday, 6/14. And let's go back in time. See that? Take her birthday when she was in the news. See, she was actually in the news with Trump on her birthday, March 21st, 2025. And that's 6,666 days after the feud began. And then if you go back 666 weeks, you land on Trump's birthday. What birthday was that for Trump? Let's see. 6/14, 1946. Oh, you're kidding me. His 66th birthday. Seriously? Look at that. His 66th birthday. Right? That's crazy. 6/14/2012. 3/21 of 2025. And there's your 666 weeks. That's crazy. Wow. Hopefully people will watch this when they wake up. But if not, check the community posts. Yeah, born in 46. Okay. If anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. And I'm not monetized, so thank you to everyone who supports. Got PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, or home address. And Michael, are you telling me? Oh, you're that guy. You're that guy. All right. Well, that was an easy fix. Deleting comments? Yes. Actually, I thought I blocked them. Did I not? Yeah, I think I blocked them. Yeah. That's right, John. We're not just deleting comments over here, we're blocking people. Yeah, you don't get to just say anything you want over here whenever you want. But anyways, let me turn this around. Let me just look a few more things up here. So no freedom of speech. Bye-bye. I don't have time for games, dude. You can go too. No more speech for you, period. Guess you didn't take the hint, man. What do you think this is over here? You think I'm just like over here playing games with people? I don't have time for trolls or nonsense. You think I'm going live at 4 a.m. because I want to? No. I do this stuff to help wake people up before it's too late. All right. Let me look up a few more things and then we'll get out of here. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Probably am. Always check the comments in the community posts because I can't guarantee you that if I miss something, I'll bring it up again. And if you're wondering, the first person I blocked, this isn't the first time he's been a troll in the comments, and he's basically questioning Jesus. So, and his comment today was something like, "I hope you wake up soon," shaking my head, something like that. So, I don't have time for it. He always comes in here something about Mary and an idol and this, the Mary's son being an idol. I don't even know. I'm tired of it. So there he went. Hey, Birdie. Yeah, for the record, make sure you check out here, let me show him real quick. Again, if you want the other 666 connections to Trump, we covered most of them in this video 6 hours ago. Okay, so for more 666 connections to Trump, watch that. And if you want more connections to Obama and the number 666, you can watch this one, which is 3 hours, 16 minutes. And we also went over all the Charlie Kirk stuff again. And also, if you want more on Obama and 666, you can watch this one from 3 days ago, 2 hours, 45 minutes. By the way, here, I wasn't going to bring this up. Erica Kirk, JD Vance, never replace. So not only was she getting all cozy with JD Vance in her black leather pants, but she made the comment, "No one will ever replace Charlie, but I do see some similarities of my husband in JD, Vice President JD Vance." All right. So I missed that part. All right. So I'll go back to it real quick, the whole 88 connection, but she also made this comment. "No one will ever replace Charlie, but I do see some similarities of my husband and JD." I mean, how bizarre, right? Now, since I brought that up, I will quickly, as quick as I can, go over her meeting with JD Vance. I'm not going to go through all the 88s with Trump. You guys know that's a huge number with Trump. Go watch the live stream I did with Erica Kirk in the title. But anyways, here she is with the pants. I don't know if they're leather or pleather. I guess it don't matter, right? They're skin tight, right? So you got that, and then you got her running her fingers through his hair, or at least embracing his head, right? See that? Doesn't look like a grieving widow to me. And yeah, let's just go over the numbers one more time. So she was with J.D. Vance at the event 88 days from his birthday. Erica Kirk, born in the year 88, Turning Point USA equals 88. She had the $88 sweatshirts connected to the C word. You can read that, right? Don't want to say it, the C word. Turning Point USA CEO, 88. That's her title. White House and Congress seek $88 million for extra security in wake of Charlie Kirk killing. J.D. Vance met with the Pope one day before he died at the age of 88. And then, of course, Charlie Kirk was allegedly shot 88 days from Trump's birthday. Turning Point USA, 88. Remember the actor from Snake Eyes who played Charles Kirkland, who got shot in the neck? He was 88 years old when Charlie Kirk allegedly died. But yeah, and then you got the whole list of 88s with Trump, which I've gone over too many times. But yeah, if you want the whole list of the 88s, I might have even talked about it today. I don't know. I've been doing so many videos lately, but I know for sure I went over the 88s in this video here. So, anyways, go watch all those videos. I'm going to set this down again. But yeah, I forgot to mention that part. No one will ever replace Charlie, but I do see some similarities of my husband and JD. Crazy. Okay, let me just go over a few more things. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything with Rosie O'Donnell. But if I did, I mean, I think that's enough, right? You get the point. I just don't want to have to go over all this stuff again. All right, I think we'll just shut it down. All right. Rosie does equal 66, but ROSIE equals 66 for the record, but that's whatever. Hold on. And then also they do highlight the word lost. U.S. will be lost if Trump isn't stopped. Comedian Rosie O'Donnell says lost is also 66 for the record. One more thing here, or two more things. Let me see. All right, let me check one more thing. 12/20/06 when the feud began. All right. So only take a minute, guys, and then we'll wrap it up. I'm ready for bed. Well, the feud also began 6 months and 6 days after Trump's birthday. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, yeah. Wait. Did he point this out? Is this on the list? You're kidding me. You are kidding me. There is no way. Did I just find this? There is no way. Oh my gosh, did I just find this at the last second? Oh my gosh. What? He doesn't have this on the list? Oh my gosh. Guys, the feud began December 20th, 2006. If you go back 66 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't hop off earlier. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Wow, I got to tell people to stay to the end. Oh my goodness. What kind of matrix is this, man? Guys, you know this is like... I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. The feud began December 20th, 2006. Oh my goodness, dude. December 20th, 2006. Go back 66 months and 6 days. You land on homie's birthday. Guys, there's 62 watching. There should be 62 likes. Come on now. We got 36 likes. How does everybody not hit the like button for that? That was on the fly. Oh my goodness, man. And the likes go up by 1. You guys must have came in here late. Guys, the feud with Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump, a famous feud, it began December 20th, 2006. Okay? Rosie O'Donnell feels safer and has less stress and anxiety after leaving overwhelmingly depressing U.S. over Trump election. That was in the news 6,666 days after the feud began. The feud began 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days after Trump was born. And Trump's second inauguration was 6606 days after the feud began. And then if you go back 666 weeks from her birthday, when she was born, you land on Trump's birthday. And then Trump and Rosie were in the news again 666 weeks and 6 days after Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, 6 days old. And now on the fly, I find if you go back 66 months and 6 days from the feud, you land on his birthday again? Oh my gosh. That is some crazy stuff right there, man. Wow. I don't know who these 17 people are who haven't hit the like button, but wow. That's crazy, dude. That's absolutely crazy. All right. I'm just double checking. See if there's anything else. That's absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, on the fly, Birdie. Oh, we got that one. Okay. We already had that one. Wow. Thank you, Icy King, for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. All right, guys. I think we'll leave it there for now. Here, let me check one more thing. All right, here. Man, I don't want to step off because I feel like I'm going to miss something. I really don't want to make a part 2. You're lagging or the video's lagging? Wait, what? No. No. There's no way. There's no way. There is no way, dude. I don't know if I've ever been this shocked. Dude. There's no way. What? Dude. What in the world? The feud started December 20th, 2006. If you go back 666 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. Dude, are you serious? Guys, I need you to share this video. Oh my gosh. What in the world is happening? This on the fly at 4:28 a.m. Oh my goodness. Let me show you this. Let me bring up the other one. Oh my gosh. And people probably won't even watch this video. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. So 12/20 2006. And we'll put in 6/14. Dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. So you go back 66 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. You go back 666 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. That, dude, I hope people didn't leave early. That's all I can say. I mean, wow, dude. Wow. Are you kidding me right now? And the whole reason I went live with this is because there were so many 666 connections already. But we just added so much more. I mean, this is insane, guys. This is absolutely insane. Look at this. The feud began December 20th, 2006. Okay? What I just found, if you go back 666 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. If you go back 66 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. The feud are Rosie and Trump, they were in the news 6,666 days after the feud began. The feud began 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days after he was born. And then he got inaugurated 6606 days after the feud began. And then she was in the news again talking about Trump 666 weeks and 6 days after Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. And then if you take the day she was born and you go back 666 weeks, you land on Trump's birthday. Are you kidding me, dude? I can't even comprehend right now. And then for the record, she was also in the news for this story, September 26, 2022. 60 years, 6 months, 6 days after her birth. But wow, man. I mean, if that doesn't wake you up and tell you that at least the headlines are scripted, I mean, I should just retire on that, man. Call it a day. I mean, I can't show much more than that. And I just went live earlier today and showed all the other connections to Trump in the 666. And if you're coming in late, we also pointed this out. You know, the guy with the mustache, the bad man, connected World War II with the April 20th, 1889 birthday. Trump's inauguration was 6666 weeks after that guy was born. I pointed out earlier how Elizabeth Christ Trump died on 6666, and Elizabeth Trump equals 666, died in New York, 666. I mean, that is absolutely, wow. I'm glad we didn't leave early. That's all I can say. All right, man. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. But wow, I have to add these to that slide, man. Um, Here, let me. Yeah, you go back 66 months, 6 days. You land on his birthday. You go back 666 months and 6 days. You land on his birthday. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Wow. And this is why I keep doing this stuff. Trust me, guys, I don't really particularly enjoy this. I really don't. Um, I'll be 100% honest with you. Like, I think of quitting decoding almost every single day. I don't really enjoy focusing on evil. I don't enjoy being on standby. I don't enjoy really any of this. I do it because I feel like I'm called to do it and because I'm helping people. But there could be a day very soon, I'm telling you, man, where I need like another month off or a couple weeks off, or I'm just gonna hang it up, man. And we'll fellowship, we'll read the Bible, and we'll just share community posts because this is taking a toll on me, man. But this is the reason why I keep doing this, because that right there, what I just presented, and there's probably even more, which I'm going to spend a few more minutes. But you know, it's got me to where, like, if there, this is the whole reason I'm live right now. Because if I didn't present this right now, I wouldn't be able to sleep because I'd be like, oh, I got to get this out, and it's just, it wears on me. It really does, to be honest with you. Let me just give me a few more minutes. Let me check a few more things. All right. Thank you, everybody, in the comments. Thank you, Icy King. Thank you, everyone. Man, I hope I'm not missing anything else, because I don't want to cover this all again. Good night, Georgie. I'll be joining you soon. Let me just look up a few more things, make sure I'm not missing anything. Because now that we found that, I'm like, man, what else am I missing? Okay. Get out of here. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? This is bizarre. So the other time they were in the news was September 29th, 2025. If you go back 666 months, you land on her birthday. Dude, I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen anything like this, man. What? What? Why did I even think to look that up? Are you absolutely kidding me? So remember, she was also in the news September 29th, 2025. You will be lost if Trump isn't stopped, comedian Rosie O'Donnell says. That was 666 weeks and 6 days after Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. Look at this, September 29th, 2025. You go back 666 months, you land on her birthday. All these are on the fly. This one, and this one are all on the fly. This is crazy, dude. This is crazy. Oh my goodness, man. Oh man, I hope I can sleep tonight, man. Dude, I mean, I don't even know what to say. All credit to God. And credit to the guy on Twitter who gave me the heads up. I mean, that's just, it's wild, man. Absolutely wild. What about Obama? Yeah, I still think he's the Antichrist. Yeah. He's got a lot of connections too to the number 666. Make sure you check out my recent videos with him. All right, hold on, guys. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything else. We're almost done here, man. No. No. There ain't no. 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 Dude, there ain't no way right now. There's no way right now. There ain't no way, bro. I mean, yeah, I guess that would make sense. Are you kidding me? If you go back from when the feud began, 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days, you also land on Trump's birthday. Dude. What in the world? I can't even right now. Wait, what? My head is spinning. Dude, this is insane. Yeah. All right, man. This is, I mean, guys, I know the topic isn't that interesting, Trump and Rosie O'Donnell, but just look at this as Trump 666 connection. You guys got to share this. Facebook, Twitter, email this to grandma. You got to share this. And you all please leave a comment after the fact. Help the algorithm on this. Look at this, guys. The feud began December 20th, 2006. You go back 6 years, 6 months, 6 days. You land on Trump's birthday. You take the other time they were in the news, September 29th, 2025. You go back 666 months. You land on her birthday. The feud began December 20th, 2006. You go back 66 months and 6 days. You land on his birthday. And if you go back 666 months and 6 days from when the feud began, you land on his birthday again. And let me just show you that Rosie equals 66 for the record. That's really not that important, but see how number of the beast equals 66? Rosie is also 66. But that's not that important. So let's take it from the top here. All right. So there's a famous feud between Donald Trump and Rosie O'Donnell. And the feud began December 20th, 2006. So Rosie was in the news March 21st, 2025, Rosie O'Donnell feels safer, has less stress and anxiety after leaving overwhelmingly depressing U.S. over Trump election. That was in the news 6,666 days after the feud began. And the feud began when Trump was 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. And if you go forward from when the feud began, 6,606 days, you land on Trump's second inauguration. Now, she was also in the news talking about Trump 666 weeks and 6 days after Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. And if you take the day she was born, March 21st, 1962, and you go back 666 weeks, you land on Trump's birthday. And if you go from when the feud began and you go back 666 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. And if you go back 66 months and 6 days from when the feud began, you land on Trump's birthday again. And if you go back 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days from when the feud began, you land on Trump's birthday. And then she was also in the news, again, remember, September 29th, 2025, talking about Trump. If you go back 666 months, you land on her birthday. Are you kidding me? Guys, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different connections to 666 with one feud. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. And we did a lot of this on the fly. Oh my goodness. And big shout out to 777-666. He gave me the heads up, which got me started, and then we found a bunch of this stuff, man. Wow. And again, if you're coming in late, we also pointed out Trump's inauguration, his first one, was 6,666. How many? 6,666 weeks after the bad man with the mustache was born. The guy connected to World War II. But yeah, guys, let me set this down. That's crazy, man. Let me look up one more thing here. I'm going to have to put this together probably tomorrow. I don't know. As far as the slide goes, I got to go to sleep, man. It's 4:53 a.m. here in Florida. I haven't gone to bed yet. Okay, how do I even start here? This would be a good decode to retire with. Just go out like this, man. Right? This is just bizarre. I mean, does that even make sense? I mean, yeah, if you take the day he turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old, and if you go back 66 months and 6 days, you land on his birthday again. There's so many sixes, like, I don't even know if that's a big deal, but I'm just going to show you. Dude, this is why I need to retire. Twelve 2012. 12/19. Yeah, Trump could be a decoy. 12/19/2012. I mean, does this even make sense? This is, I don't even know what to say, man. It might be time for a break after this video. My brain can't handle anymore, man. There, oh my gosh. Are you serious right now? I don't even know if this makes sense. I'm just going to show you. What in the heck is this? What in the heck is going on here, dude? So Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old on December 19th, 2012. December 19th, 2012, Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. So I took that date, December 19th, 2012, and I went back 666 months, and you land on his birthday. And then I took that date, and I went back 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days, and you land on his birthday. And then I took that date, and I went back 66 months and 6 days, and you land on his birthday. And again, this is the date that Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. I literally can't handle anymore. I mean, what? I'm going to start from the top one more time, and then we are going to wrap this up. Okay. From the top, one more time. Yeah, Birdie, I ran it forward too. Rosie O'Donnell. She has a famous feud with Donald Trump that began December 20th, 2006. In the news, March 21st, 2025, Rosie O'Donnell feels safer, has less stress and anxiety after leaving overwhelmingly depressing U.S. over Trump election. That was in the news 6,666 days after the feud began. And the feud began when Trump was 60 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. And if you go from the time the feud began, if you go forward 6,606 days, 6606 days, you land on Trump's second inauguration. And then Rosie O'Donnell was also in the news saying U.S. will be lost if Trump isn't stopped. Comedian Rosie O'Donnell says. That was in the news 666 weeks and 6 days after Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. And if you take the day Rosie O'Donnell was born, March 21st, 1962, and you go back 666 weeks, you land on Trump's birthday. If you take the day the feud began and you go back 666 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. If you go back from the feud 66 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. From the other time they were in the news, September 29th, 2025, if you go back 666 months, you land on her birthday. And then if you take the date of the feud and you go back 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. And then if you take the date where Trump turned 66 years, 6 months, and 6 days old, if you take that date and you go back 66 months and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. If you go back 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days, you land on Trump's birthday. And if you go back 666 months, you land on Trump's birthday. Oh my goodness. You guys got to share this with everyone. Wow. Guys, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 connections with one story to the number 666. Hold on, I got to turn my brightness up. Hold on. Are we still good? All right, guys. Yeah, my phone's dying too. All right, I gotta go. Wow, guys. I mean, I've never really done a decode like this. This many connections to 666 in one story on the fly. I mean, we had a lot of 666 connected to Charlie Kirk, but not this many on the fly. And really not this many in total, but close, but still. All right, I better get off of here before my phone dies. Let me set this down. And you thought Obama was the AC. I still do. Tons of connections to Obama being the AC also. Go watch my recent live streams, all right? There's tons of connections to Obama and the number 666. And remember, all this is, and shout out to the guy that helped me on X, 777 to 666, but, and all credit to God. But all this is coming from the guy who's telling you Obama's the Antichrist. So there's a lot of connections to both of them in the number 666. Don't forget, MAGA is the highest degree of the Church of Satan. All right, guys, I'll have to work on my slides when I wake up. I got to get some sleep. So, wow. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there, okay? Wow. Hopefully no one tuned out early. Thank you, Bones, Rapture Ready Now, Birdie, Icy King, Jane, God's Glorious Gift, Faded Flower, scrolling up, Betty, Lorraine, everybody. Sorry if I missed anyone. All right, guys. I love y'all. I covered the 3-eye atlas thing. I don't believe any of it, but I covered that the other day too in a live stream. All right, guys. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being part of the channel. Love you guys. This video was pretty mind-blowing. Please leave a comment. Please share it. Facebook, X, whatever you got. I mean, this is a pretty deep dive here. Pretty undeniable. Do whatever you can. Please get this one out. All right. Okay, guys. Please hit the like and the share on the way out. Very much appreciated. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.